All right, guys. So I'm calling this the Wilson's translation. This is Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created, made, formed, and fashioned the heaven and the earth. Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. Before God began creating, there was a deep, dark chasm full of nothing. It was dark and empty, and the Spirit of God moved upon the darkness. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. And God spoke and said, "Let there be light." And God shed part of his divine light into the darkness, so there was light. Genesis chapter 1, verse 4. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. Genesis chapter 1, verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning came the first day. Genesis chapter 1, verse 6. And God spoke and said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the darkness, and let it divide the darkness from the darkness." Genesis chapter 1, verse 7. And God made the expanse, and God divided the darkness which was under the expanse from the darkness which was above the expanse, and it stood fast. Genesis chapter 1, verse 8. And God called the expanse heaven. We call it the sky. And the evening and the morning came for the second day. Genesis chapter 1, verse 9. And God said, "Let there be water under the heaven. Let it gather unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it stood fast. Genesis chapter 1, verse 10. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. Genesis chapter 1, verse 11. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it stood fast. Genesis chapter 1, verse 12. And the earth brought forth grass, the herb yielding seed after its kind, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind, whose seeds are in itself. And it stood fast. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. And the evening and the morning came for the third day. Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. And God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." And God saw that it was good. Genesis chapter 1, verse 15. "And let them be for lights in the expanse of the heaven," said God, "and let them divide the day from the night, and let them be for seasons and for signs and for days and years." And God saw that it was good. Genesis chapter 1, verse 16. And God made the great lights. He made the greater light to rule the day. He made the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Genesis chapter 1, verse 17. And God placed them into the heaven to give light upon the earth. Genesis chapter 1, verse 18. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And it stood fast. Genesis chapter 1, verse 19. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Genesis chapter 1, verse 20. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that have life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open expanse of the heaven." Genesis chapter 1, verse 21. And God created great whales and every living creature that moves, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after their kind. And God saw that it was good. Genesis chapter 1, verse 22. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters and the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth." Genesis chapter 1, verse 23. And the evening and the morning came the fifth day. Genesis chapter 1, verse 24. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature after their kinds, and everything that creeps upon the earth after their kinds." And God saw that it was good. Genesis chapter 1, verse 25. And God made the beasts of the earth after their kinds, cattle after their kinds, and all of the creeping things that creep upon the earth after their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all of the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth." Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So God created mankind in his image. In the image of God created he them. Male and female created he them. Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. Genesis chapter 1, verse 30. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And so God established it so. Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.